My poem, Christian's Pain. Dedicated to true human religions that empower humans with power of love, devotion, giving, and mercy. Early Semite Hebrews and true Jesus, Yeshua-loving Christians have been watching silently evangelical poaching in millions of Semites, Hebrews, Buddhists, and surviving Neanderthals. As non-Semite Greco-Nordic cross colonizes the promised world, running shadow government supervised from Vatican, hiding behind democratic masks of monarchical constitutions, using imperialist military, intelligence, media, and corporations, repeating history, perpetuating dominations and oppressions. Many remain silent for fear or unknown gains, losing own children for supporting troops in pain, watching helplessly communities, countries degrade as each crusade accelerates the self-annihilation process, contradicting loving gospels of life with authoritative Bible, expediting Armageddon using weapons of mass destruction, embracing the idea of prophetic united kingdom of Zion, where non-Semite Zionists are in absolute control, void of worries from identity crisis and true Semitic union. Yet can rise baptized in eternal messages of love to free kingdom of God from the burden of deadly cross? Poems by Kolki. Isn't cross a graven image, anti-Christian, before God, part 10 commandments? Food for thought for all Yeshua-loving Christians. September 11, 2000 attack on USA was a military coup in broad daylight, using remote-controlled hijackings and coordinating loyalists in every which way to symbolically re-annex the United States of America as part of the British Empire using multi-country covert intelligence commanded by MI6 and CIA. There were no physical hijackers. Thus, the war on terror is nothing but 21st century Zionist crusades for colonization, recolonization of the world with Trojan deception. What most world citizens never had time to realize, that Zionist evangelists, Dorian Gentiles, Christ is cross, Israel is the world, Vatican is the capital of the kingdom of God. Loving Yeshua, Jesus, is anti-Christ, anti-cross, and rest are Jews irrespective of religion, to be sacrificed for the noble's new world. That is why unprecedented violence and wars followed the onset of Greco-Nordic cross-bearing Christianism, controlled by mostly Macedonian apostles as bishop or pope. Evolved humans, natives, worshipped God as spirit, often making idols as references, deity, for the abstract. Christian authority burned them at the stake, tortured and abused them even after conversion to Christianity, downgrading them as pagans, heathens. But aren't popes, bishops, queen acting as real pagan, rather acting as the God? Again, food for thought for all Christians around the world. A short list of evangelic poaching throughout history. It all started from Macedonia with the advent of Dorian Philip II, father of Alexander the Conqueror. The force against democracy and for kingship eventually took over Christianity, replacing Jesus' love with Vatican's deadly cross. Victims of Alexander the Conqueror, millions slaughtered, displaced, sold as slaves to miners and kings. Victims of Christianity: ancient Hebrews, true Jesus-loving Christians, Buddhists, and Muslims. African American Holocaust: killings and enslaving of diasporic Hebrews and Arabs converted to Islam. American Indian Holocaust: the most massive genocide in the history, costing 100 plus millions in 5 centuries. World War I: over 40 million casualties resulted, including approximately 20 million military and civilian deaths. Spanish flu epidemic, 1918 to 1920. Current estimates are 50 million to 100 million died worldwide. German Holocaust: during Reform, killing Christians and native Hebrews, including 100,000 peasants. World War II: 55 million dead, mostly Hebrews, Muslims, Buddhists, and true Jesus-loving Christians. Atom bombs on Buddhist Japan, killing 270,000 instantly, millions afterwards from radiation. War in Buddhist Korea: 2 million military and millions civilian casualties. War in Buddhist Vietnam: over 1.5 million military and estimated 2 to 5 million civilian casualties. War in Buddhist Cambodia. Iraq-Iran war: estimated 1.5 million killed or wounded. US supplied Iraq with conventional and chemical weapons. US NATO bombing of former Yugoslavia. Victims and casualties of US NATO war crimes. Victims of classified US NATO national interests, millions, including many democratic leaders. Victims of synthetic AIDS, bird flu, SARS virus throughout the world, estimated 33 plus millions. Invasion of Iraq and Afghanistan: 1 million dead, millions wounded, creating 5 million homeless and refugees. Planning of another pandemic, influenza. North American SPP estimating 150 plus million people dead around the world from the upcoming spread of influenza virus, while profiting as well from expensive untested vaccination for a few. None of the above is isolated incident, but a coordinated, calculative long-term plan for the end of the world, where the non-Semite evangelists, Dorian Gentile, live and prosper forever without worries of the natives. God bless and save our world and all its ancient treasures, including hospitable people, universal love and knowledge, and creative cultures.